Hello guys, and welcome to another tutorial. Today we're going to be solving problem 771, which is the drills and stones problem on Leetcode. It states you are given strings J representing the type of stones that are drills and S representing the stones you have. Each character in S is a type of stone you have. You want to know how many of the stones you have that are also drills. The characters in J are guaranteed distinct, and all characters in J and S are letters. Letters are case sensitive, so lowercase a is considered a different type of stone from capital A. So what this does is that it gives us the strings S and the string J. It gives us the characters in S and the characters in J. So for characters in S, right, we have to make sure that it also occurs in J. If that occurs in J, then we just go ahead and increment. So what we do is we have one lowercase here and two uppercase a's, so you add them together and that equals 3. So let's go ahead and solve this problem. So what I'm going to do here is just copy this to keep the signature the same, and this problem falls under what I typically call counting problems, and counting problems, right, would fall under the same category for problems like finding if a string or if two strings are anagrams of each other. So I'm going to go ahead and paste this here, and I'm just going to go ahead and keep the signatures the same, right, and specify the types for clarity. So what we need to do is just keep track of sum variable or count variable, and then we just need to go over the characters in S. So we're going to say for var index is equal to 0, index is less than s dot length, index plus plus, right? And then what we can do is we say if j dot index off, and just pass in the character in s, right? If that does not equal to -1, meaning that we don't find it, right? If we don't find it, we just don't do anything. However, if we find it, then what we want to do is just say sum plus plus, and then we can go ahead and just return sum, right? So we're saying that every time that we find the character in S that is also in J, we just go ahead and sum things up, and this is a pretty easy solution. So next what we can do is just copy this, and I'm gonna do another solution here since I have enough time for that. Alright, so I'm going to call this one 0, whatever the name was, with 0. Alright, so the implied type here is going to be int, so if you really want to add the implied type there, you can do that, but Dart knows to return the right type based on what we specify here. So what we're going to do here is just create a counter variable. So we're going to say counter is going to equal to list, and this is going to be of type int. So apparently Dart doesn't have arrays, and then we're going to go ahead and fill it, right? And this is going to be 256 for the ASCII characters, and we're going to fill it with zeros. All right, so what we're going to do next is just we're going to say for var index, right, equal to 0, index is less than s dot length, index plus plus. Then what we're going to do is going to say counter, and then we're going to do s dot code unit. So this is just going to go ahead and return that return the char representation for the actual character, and then we're just going to go ahead and increment that spot. All right, then what we want to do is we're going to do the same thing for string j, and this time we're just going to sum that index every time we go through that character in j. So we're going to say index equals to 0, index is less than j dot length, index plus plus. Right, I'm going to say if actually not really, we can just say sum plus equals, and then we can do counter, and then we're going to do j dot code unit and pass in index. All right. So we need a sum variable. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a sum variable. I'm going to say sum equal to 0. All right. And then we can just go ahead and return sum. And that's pretty much solution 2. There are there's another, I can produce like 3 more solutions, but these 2 are the most optimal ones. So what we can do here, just create main, right? And so I'm gonna do print, and then I'm gonna interpolate, string interpolation. I'm gonna just go ahead and copy this and paste this here. And then we're gonna do nums draw, right? And I think the first one was just A, and I can go back to the website and just copy this portion right here. All right, and paste. All right, and then we can do the same thing for the second part. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. So I'm gonna do 0, A, and just paste this. All right, and I can just copy this and paste this here and add a 0 to it. So this should what gives us the same answers, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and run this, and you can see that we get 0 and 0. So what happens if we didn't have anything here and we didn't have anything here? Well, this just gives us 0 back. So we get 0, 0. What happens if we just had a B, right? Then it should give us 4, and we get 4. What happens if we had B, A, then we should get 6. Alright guys, this will be it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys like the video, please give me a thumb up and a like. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day. Bye bye.